and welcome to the Salty Boys podcast.
I do have a sack of pubic hair.
When are you two squats getting married?
Fuck you! I was trying to have a moment!
It's a roly holy shit! My roly boat got 3 wheels, Captain! Daffron has the sun staring record.
The Salty Boys podcast.
One. Pass. Welcome to the Salty Boys podcast. Is that not our intro anymore? Well, I thought we talked about this. We have the sultry voice man right here. He could just do it for us.
Sultry is out.
Do we have an intro?
Cartoony is in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Salty Boys.
Welcome to our child-friendly, COPPA-approved podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to the Salty Boys podcast.
This is a toy review channel.
Watched
Can you put the barrel of that gun in my mouth and pull the trigger, please?
Just do it.
Anyway, let's get started with the character intros. Starting anti-clockwise. We got McHaas.
We got McHaas
He didn't point to himself this time.
doing the captain.
Wait, but that's not anti-clockwise. That's actual clockwise.
Yes.
It's the anti-clock.
I'm anti-establishment clockwise.
Boom.
Follow up. Clocks aren't real. They're a government conspiracy.
It's just like vaccines. I don't believe in knees.
Birds aren't real. Neither are our eyes.
I straight up just ordered my former boss a Birds Aren't Real t-shirt because she's a bird watch enthusiast. And the shirt said, bird watching goes both ways. Birds aren't real. And I'm like, yes.
So good.
What about drop bears?
Drop bears are now functionally extinct, supposedly.
They're burning to death. So
We're not going to
Goodbye, chlamydia.
Okay, continuing with the
Anyway,
intro
characters.
because that was all part of that.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Sawyer. I'm playing Daffron Keen.
I'm AR. I'm playing Big Nick.
This is Simmons playing Francis.
I am Crunk. I am Mac. I got 2 thumbs.
Andy punches things.
I'm the DM. I play everybody else except the captain because I don't think McHaas got to say.
McHaas is the fucking captain.
The best for last.
Oh, he said it.
Oh, okay.
We were just fucking talking
Yeah,
about it.
that's true.
By the way, our DM is back on brand. He's DJ Skinny Penis Dog today.
DJ Skinny Penis. Okay.
Dog.
Dog.
With 1 G, so as not to strike up any copyright strikes.
Right. We're not trying to encroach on any intellectual property
Up in the
territory.
shizzle.
So yeah, but I do that. I still say shizzle. So where
As
was
long
I?
as you don't put the foe in front of it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But felt so good.
True.
So last time we did a little bit of I call it bookkeeping. We do running some errands, got some wheels in motion. But we're gonna cut right to some action today because you guys are prepping up to sort of do like a heist on the Luna, or like try to seize it, try to do something with it. So let's jump right into the action. It's the Wednesday that you agreed to like try to intercept it. You guys are hanging out at the empty net as usual. Sort of the time has come to like figure out your game plan. So let's jump into it. You guys are sitting around a table.
So obviously, as per ritual, Francis is out in the back alley scavenging for moss.
This is not a part of the discussion. Love it. Okay.
Well, I mean, he knows.
He's trying to keep an ear out.
No. He knows where the spots are, so he doesn't spend too long.
Okay.
I want to scavenge for moss.
We're planning the heist. We're not scavenging for moss.
This is important.
It might be heist moss.
I got an 8. What did I find?
Dysentery, you fucking die.
Unfortunately, you've over-harvested the moss in this area.
Ah, dang. Okay.
The moss is now functionally extinct.
Yeah, like the drop bears.
Okay, so
You have climate change
so
too.
no.
Climate change isn't real, people.
Oh, anyway. So since the supply is depleted, Francis then goes back into the empty net and goes up to the bar to purchase a small flask of cheap spirits.
Okay.
Oh, we're buying today. Not stealing.
Well, I mean,
Foreshadowing.
I mean, okay, so in his defense, the captain is very heavily invested in conversation right now with the rest of the group, so he's not trying to take advantage of any situations.
As excuse me, as Francis passes a much more important conversation. What does that sound like?
All right.
So Daffrin's actually. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go right
Daffrin-
ahead.
Daffrin, he's gonna finish throwing back his drink real quick. He got a nice hearty ale from the bar.
Yeah.
And he was.
Ales well that ends well is the name of it, by the way.
Fuck.
I'm okay with that interruption. That's good.
We will allow it.
Fair. So he kind of sits down because he was at the was the church. All of
The Temple of Prokin?
He was at the Temple of Prokin. Pretty much just kind of like walking around trying to figure out ways to resurrect Simmons over there, Francis. That's why
get
he
on,
was
Francis.
strategically not there last time.
And also
Ooh, scary.
masturbating.
Yeah.
But furiously actually.
Yeah. So Daffrin would have been helping the High Priestess in the temple, especially like, I don't want to say errand boy, but basically like going to get like different reagents that were needed. If there were like a couple unique instances, because he was kept in like a vacuum, that it was a little different than like a normal resurrection, air quotes normal. So yeah, there were some unique challenges. So I imagine Daffrin's probably like trying to take a breather. This is the first time he's had a break since in a couple days.
Yeah, he was just kind of looking to rest his legs for a second, but he caught back up with everybody. He found the captain. He's like, "Captain, so I hear what's the next big mission?"
I'm glad you asked, Daffrin. You're a very integral part of this. Y'all are.
He blushes.
Audibly blushes.
Okay, so quick aside. Can we have a time check from the DM? What time is it during the meeting? Morning, afternoon, evening?
When does the captain determine that?
I feel like we're gonna start this operation at night, so this is probably like midday, around about 12 o'clock.
All right. So Big Nick hears the conversation and rubs the sleep out of his eyes. True musician's awakening.
Yeah.
Just getting up from under the stage,
Yeah.
under my 3-legged bar stool. Oh, by the way, so this is on Wednesday. Is this in the middle of the week of things, or is this the week after that?
It is not the week after.
So it's in the middle of stuff.
The music festival has just concluded. Like it
I
ended
thought the
yesterday.
music festival. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
it
just
was like a Monday,
day.
Tuesday event. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
and that was the
Right
rest of
through
the
Thank you.
downtime activities.
Yeah,
Yeah, he slept right through it.
yeah. I just wanted to keep our timeline clear.
It makes sense that it would blend together for Big Nick. It was a big event.
It was.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol, a lot of mental walls being broken down.
Lots of explosions.
A lot of Wonder Walls being broken.
Okay, so Big Nick comes over and says to the captain, "So we got to do something on a boat. I don't much like boats. That's why I didn't go with you on the last job." Before the last job.
Welcome to the Saltmarsh campaign, where one of our characters doesn't like boats.
Not to mention he's been on my fucking crew since we were kids. That's been a adventure and a half.
Maybe that's backstory.
Side note, if everyone doesn't remember, Big Nick was brainwashed earlier in his life, so
That was this freshly revealed last session.
Was it Mormons?
2 sessions ago.
2 sessions.
No,
the
it
Deep
wasn't
Lord.
the Mormons.
Deep
Okay.
That's right.
Sorry for anyone that's actually Mormon.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it PC here.
Yeah, so anyways, the gist of Big Nick interrupting was to inquire as to what we're doing. To the
Alright.
captain.
So we've been commissioned by our fair lady. So we find out what her name is. Captain can't remember people's names for shit. Got a Lady Ada. Been commissioned to intercept a ship ferrying goods of nefarious legality, so to speak. The operation will ensue about 7 o'clock this evening. We've, I assume we've been chartered a vessel with which to do this operation
I
upon?
believe we're
There's
using the boat we stole from the house, right?
I think so.
There was talk of that.
I wouldn't say steal.
Well,
You have a couple.
Acquired.
reappropriated.
Yes.
You have a couple options on how to spend your prep time, and I think we can kind of sort of boil it down to a couple different things. You guys can break up into teams, or you can individually go out and try to do things. You can try to gather information about the ship, and I have a list of information. You'll randomly get a specific detail about it. doing that, or you could spend your time trying to get a different vessel to lease, or augmenting your current one somehow, or getting a different material or something like that.
Can we install
or a mixture of it all? Because how do you prep for something you don't know?
Mock makes mention that he knows a lot of people around here, so he can probably get us free passage out to the boat if we need a second boat to distract.
Distraction boats. Dark Knight shit. Like,
Definitely gonna raise an eye real quick. Be like, ooh, I wonder if the Temple of Prokin can donate maybe some like dummies. Do they do like combat training at all at the Temple of Prokin or anything?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
if we-
Just look at the guy.
True.
I'm glad you asked the DM and not Kronk because he couldn't tell you.
Mock looks down sadly at a punch. He hasn't gained that much weight, has he?
So at this point, like since Daphne's been like running a lot of errands, he's gonna kind of look over at a Mock. Sorry, I want to say Kronk. I'm
That's
like,
okay.
that's not fucking right.
I was gonna say Mock has
Hold on.
quite a bit more bruises.
How does he look at Mock?
He's at this point he's really tired, so he's just gonna kind of look like with admiration, but the twinkle's gone just right now because he had a little bit of ale. But he's gonna look and be like, Mark, I think if you can get another boat, I can see if I can wrangle up some dummies so we can like have a distraction on that vessel. What do you think?
Sounds like something we can do, but we really need to flesh this out a little bit more.
He's gonna kind of be downtrodden a little bit, and then he's gonna say, "What do you suggest then?"
So what's on the Luna?
I don't think we were told necessarily.
Yeah, it was undetermined from
Is this
what
a
I'm remembering.
merchant vessel?
Cocaine.
I think Ada was kind of keeping that close to her chest.
Merchant vessel is what you got. It does have a security contingent.
Magical reagents, possibly not legal in Saltmarsh.
Well,
Most likely not legal.
this could be a good
And-
thing or a bad thing.
Francis wanted to keep them for himself.
But if we go talk to some of the port guards and secure their ship, saying there might be something illegal on there, we could use them, and that would scare them. And as a distraction, we could offload that cargo onto our boat
So
and
Francis
get the hell out of there.
Francis is going to hear what Mock is saying and then quickly like scurry back to the table. And he's like, I'm not to be thinking this is a good idea to be alerting the authorities. If I am to be understanding our discussion correctly, Scary Lady basically was to be saying that she is not wanting anybody to be knowing about this delivery. She just wants it to be going away.
But
Yeah,
there's
so
a
to
good
rehash.
chance
Sorry.
if they're carrying one thing that's illegal we're looking for, they're carrying many others.
I am to be aware of that, but if I am to be remembering correctly, in order to be staying on her good side, she wanted this to be going under the radar. I am not to be thinking that bringing the authorities involved is to be a good idea.
Yeah,
Well-
she didn't want to make it a whole thing, and that's why she didn't send out the troops anyways.
And
Right.
little guy, if you happen to blow the ship up and they all sink and no one knows that they were out there.
To be honest, I am not to be wanting to be sacrificing our lives at this point.
Again,
So there's a saying that goes around Saltmarsh, especially around the red light district, that loose lips sink ships. So there's plenty of information that gets passed around in Saltmarsh that isn't privy to most people. So yeah, if you want to try to gather some information to help make a game plan,
Sure.
It'll take a little time. It'll take some of the prep time, obviously.
all right.
Go ahead and get it.
So I like the idea of gathering information.
Okay.
I'm going to take Francis because I'm afraid he's going to blow himself up doing anything else.
Okay.
Can I call in some favors?
You sure can.
Okay, sorry. Let me just get to the favors.
Stir scales a lot.
No, I have actually two other favors.
Ooh.
So my default loadout when I first did my class, I have a favor from an admirer. Then I have the favor from the gnome wizard. Then I have the favor from Sir Scales-a-Lot.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You've been banking them, man. What's your
Yeah.
charisma bonus, by the way?
A lot, I think.
So I
Alternatively-
should have said it, but you can have a number of contacts / favors up to your charisma bonus modifier.
+1.
Also, okay. So I should have said something, but you can keep the 3, but in the future you'll only be able to keep 1 until your charisma improves.
Oh, I can only store 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Well-
fine for now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
given the
Just keep your
circumstances, I
3
think
and
it's
then
fine.
spend them as normal.
And actually, this works out because Francis wants to take Nick out to the explosives salesman. I want a little bit of backup when I go to talk to him.
Okay, so you guys will each have like 2 actions to do, so you can gather information like twice. If you're a team, one of you gets advantage on your roll. If you're by yourself, obviously you only get 1 roll.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll just want to hear about your method of gathering information, and that'll determine your roll or your checks.
I suppose before we go, Captain, before we are to be going, is there anything you are wanting to be telling us?
Captain doesn't really have any other information that he's aware of. At this rate, he's really just trying to figure out the most efficient way to kind of intercept this ship and make this happen as cleanly as possible.
Sure.
So obviously he trusts you guys to go get done what you need to get done.
All right. We will be checking in after our adventure.
Aye, that you will, lad, that you will.
And then Mock's going to ask the captain if he's going to go look out some information like around the docks and around the town.
What does Captain want to do? Captain's got a few people.
You can also gather information on things other than the Luna, if you'd like. I know the Luna is kind of like the pressing matter, but you can certainly like spend it doing other things.
Gotcha. I think Captain is going to go talk to this Manistan Copperlocks first. He's got some business with her just personally, but also one of the few dwarves in town. Dwarves got to stick together kind of thing. He's wondering if maybe she's got some insight as well.
Yeah. With your intention with her is to get some information from her, or
Right.
Okay.
Primary is to get some information from her, but secondary, he's also trying to get her off the council seat for Captain Zendros.
Yeah,
because he's trying to get himself a fancy pants sword for free.
Learn the old dwarven expression, kill 2 stones with 1 pick.
Exactly.
Mock's going to go with you if that's okay, because it's always good to have someone standing behind you with their arms crossed.
Perfect. Nice. So what's Daffrin doing?
Daffrin is going to be thinking ahead, and he wants to go check out the weapons store if there's any like poisons or some sort of things he can coat his crossbow bolts with, as well as he wants to see if he can find some healing potions for the boys. So he can crack some cold ones open.
Since Daffrin wasn't here before
PBRs.
we all split, Captain, would you care to share his portion of the job money?
Yeah, we got like what, 200 for that job?
Yeah, 200.
We each got 50.
Okay,
And you
yeah.
also have like 1,000 gold right now, so.
Yeah, I got a shitload of gold. I have 815 right now.
Depending on how things go with the explosives dealer, I might need a small loan of cash.
Small loan of $1 million?
Yes.
The captain will consider this request.
I have 1 trillion. You're in luck.
$1 trillion.
Copper.
I want 7 sets of bagpipes.
We're going to blow them out of the water.
We're going to
New tactic.
the bagpipes up there.
Campaign of terror.
Oh my god. We're going to ride in with AC/DC. What the hell song is that?
Who's ACDC?
It's a long way to the top.
That's it.
It's like the only one that sounds different from all their other ones.
It's the only one with a bag.
It's the only one with bagpipes.
No wonder it's my favorite song from them.
It's new meta D&D's bagpipes.
Bagpipes that play one song. I will always
So
love
how
you.
much gold did I get?
50?
50?
Yeah, 50.
50.
Okay.
I just sent you a link to a poison if you were looking to buy a poison. Because it may not be in there, but I sent it to your phone.
I just got it.
So, yeah, who do we want to follow first?
You guys called it first, so
All right.
let's start with your gather information.
Okay, so let's
I
start.
know you wanted to go to the Orphan Well Ordinance.
Yeah, no, but
Where did you want to go?
I'm definitely going with
I
Nick.
want to. Well, we can do both of those things, right?
Right, yeah, you get to.
Okay, so let me. Since you let me do more than I can, I'd like to use 2 of the favors. That leaves me with the 1 from Sales Scales a lot.
Okay.
I don't think a fellow musician is going to be super helpful right now, but Gnome Wizard guy might be helpful. So I'd
Yeah.
like to start with him, and then I'll cash, quote unquote, the favor from an admirer on Orpingwell when we get there.
Tell you what, keep the Admirer for now. But yeah, you can cash the Gnome Wizard.
Yeah.
I won't make you overspend just because you have extra. the gnome wizard is hanging out like outside of the a couple blocks away from the empty net on a street corner. He's doing a cup game for passersby. But when he sees you, his face kind of lights up. He looks dirty. He's been living on the streets for a little bit. Looks like he's maybe not all mentally there, given his story last time. So, hey, Big Nick, how are you?
Oh, not too bad, Maximilian. How are you?
You remembered my name.
I did.
Wow.
I remember your family names, too. Because I finally watched Gladiator.
You saw my story. You read my memoirs.
But
I'm
were
so
you,
glad.
the most important question is,
Eater.
were you not entertained?
Very good. He like stands up from the game, kind of knocks over one of the cups on the way, and like goes to hug around your waist because you're much bigger than him. He like kisses your side a little bit.
A little pat on the head there.
Yeah, and he pulls away and looks up at you and says, "What can I help you with?"
All right, so you might be in a unique position to help us. As a man of your current employ, you see a lot of people in town. So my crew and I, including this one, pointing over at Francis,
I wave.
Yeah.
we are investigating a ship. It's by the name of the Luna.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe this is a ship with foreigners on it. Did you say, side note, did you say what it was the Southern Kingdoms?
Yes.
Okay, so it's some Southern Kingdom foreigners. So I'm just curious as to whether you've seen any Southern Kingdomers or know anything about said ship.
Because you're cashing in the reward, you automatically succeed on this check. And he says, "Well, yeah, of course. I see all kinds of things, but something did stick out to me when I was playing against one of the local bards on his way back to the guild, and he told me that the captain of the Luna is Wolfa."
Ooh. Big Dick remembers that name, but it hurts his brain. He doesn't remember why he knows it. So I'm going to just say, I recognize that name. I just can't remember why I know it, and now I have a headache. So it's not your fault, but I appreciate the information.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that you might have scrubbed some information? Did you get a what's the word I'm looking for? A sense of intention from these people?
No, just hearsay. He overheard it in a conversation and passed it on to me.
Would you happen to know what the name of this bard was?
Yes.
Great.
Great. Can you tell me?
No.
Yeah, he's a human bard, Thurman Thales.
Thurman Thales. All right. We'll remember that. Put that in the old mental banks there.
His actual name is Sermon Sales. He just has a list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's from Barcelona.
That's what it was.
He's from Saltmarsh.
And he's going to have a terrific Thursday.
It was very confusing because everyone was referring to both the gnome and that guy as the Spaniard the whole time.
Yeah. So
damn it.
Further, I got it. More Gladiator references. I can make them now since I just watched it on Sunday.
now I got to rewatch it. I'm missing the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, I'm still missing all of it.
You have to watch it before you go.
I am pointing right now. To my right.
So let's cut to.
Well, real quick before we walk away from him.
Okay.
I kind of lean over to him and was like, would you to be in possession of any plant life?
Strange muscle.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Oh boy.
Francis is buying marijuana from on the streets.
That's an 8.
An 8. Okay.
See, I don't know what he might be.
Can I give him an advantage because I don't know broken game rule about the favor or something?
Yeah. So he goes, yeah, hang on a second. Let me go to my secret stash. And he turns the corner and he disappears from sight for a little bit.
Okay.
And you wait like maybe a minute. And he comes back and he has like a little tuft of something in his hand.
Okay.
And he like starts to hold his hand out for you to take.
Okay. I assume he's just giving it to me.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Oh yes,
It's a piece of paper that says "Get a job."
that's a 14.
Yeah, you identify it as pubic hair.
I take it.
It'll light on fire, right?
And then,
It's dry.
as you take it, he just flips a middle finger right at you. I ain't no dealer, son.
Oh my god.
Francis is thoroughly confused. He doesn't know what just happened, but he's going to keep the pubic hair.
You gotta write that in your inventory.
all Francis knows is that human hair holds the flame really well.
It
for a
does.
long time.
It actually
Hair.
combusts very quickly.
And
It does, yeah.
And gnome hair has a special quality.
Oh.
Will it get him high if he smokes it?
Just for something for you to think about, you do have 3 things from Orpingwell Ordnance, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but you have 3 bottles. One says "drink me," the other says "throw me," parentheses, at an enemy. The other says "throw me," in parentheses, at a friend.
Okay, hold on one second. Orpingwell.
While he's doing that, what was the name of that bard?
Thurman
Thurman
Thales.
Thales.
So one says "drink me."
Sermon sales.
Still laughing at that.
That's really good. I love when I write stuff and I'm like, this isn't funny at all. Like, there's no way people will laugh at this, and then we fucking have this shit. It's so good.
So one says "drink me," one says "throw me," and one says
Throw me at a friend and throw me at an enemy.
Suck
Okay.
me dry.
Yeah.
Until I get
Drain
my
my balls. Satisfaction.
It's a bottle that's into cock and ball torture.
Double entendre to like suck my dick real quick.
okay.
Let's
All right, I'm done.
let's jump into
That's our
the
podcast
cap-
slogan: from double entendre to suck our dick real quick.
That
That's a good
escalated quickly.
tagline. Yeah. Let's jump to Captain and Mock.
All right,
Where's your first stop?
we're gonna go see Copperlocks.
The sea room. Oh wait,
Manistrad.
sorry.
So you guys, it takes a little bit of time to walk out beyond the city limits to make it to the office of Manistrad Copperlocks. It's Copperlocks Industries. It's a mining company, and it's pretty busy. Seems to be that the dwarves are doing very well here. They're mining out of the very mineral-rich coastline. Like, the seawater has washed away a lot of the topsoil in the area, so it's easy for them to get to the load. Yeah, whatever. I don't know shit about mining. Anyway, that's not important. So you guys can walk into her office. She's sitting. She's doing some paperwork. She has heavy pile of papers stacked on her desk, and the room. She's burning some incense that smells like. Captain, it might be familiar to you, but as a non-dwarf Mock, it doesn't. It smells kind of musky. It's not a good scent. It's like a tannic, like the smell of pennies in the air.
Reminds me of home, lad.
Smells like shite.
Oh, hello.
I recognize the fresh scent of pica syndrome if I ever saw one.
I don't know what that is.
That's that disease where you eat shit that you're not supposed to eat,
Oh, pica.
like pennies and car
Pikes.
wheels and shit.
Door hinges.
Where are you from? Kinsfolk.
He tells him the name of his hometown, which is called Longheim, but he tells her, well, he says, "I'm from Longheim, lass," but he says it in Dwarven.
Been a long time coming.
Done. It's the end of the show. We're done.
And they get married.
Yeah, and she smirks at her own shitty joke and says, "Come in, have a seat. What can I help you with?"
Just trying to figure out what the dwarf's got to do to get his beard tugged around here.
She's like, "Don't we all?"
And she's strokes her beard.
Yeah, she does not have a beard. Some dwarven women do have beards in this, I think, but Manistrad Copperlocks is not.
The captain is immediately turned off.
Okay, that's fair. You're welcome to have your preferences. Sorry, maybe she can get a clip-on beard. But she says, there's not too much in Saltmarsh that are taking kindly to beard tugging for dwarves. If you know what I
don't
mean.
they know it, lass?
It's a bit hard for us kinfolk.
Speaking of kinfolk, what's a dwarf like you doing in rubbing elbows with high society folk? We're kind of looked down upon here, both literally and figuratively, if you know what I'm saying.
These folk don't know how to work the land, so I will if they don't. So it is what it is.
Is she a mountain dwarf like a captain is?
Yes, she's a mountain dwarf.
Gotcha. So we've got all that in common.
You saw some hill dwarves working outside, but I think the mountain dwarves are mainly the ones who are drawn to the mining profession. But you still haven't said what you're here for.
Aye, lass. I am actually a seafaring dwarf myself. Felt a rather different calling. I've always been a little bit different from the rest of us mountain types.
I personally rather cling to the rocks than to drift out to sea, but I respect your profession. I know it's important to Saltmarsh.
Ah, yes. Here for involved in a bit of an enterprise myself. I know you tend to cling to the land. You're a bit of a landlubber yourself, but do you have any information regarding a specific vessel known as the Luna?
Her eyes raise when you say enterprise, and she says, I may cling to the rocks, but I always hear the sea breeze. And she says, I might, for a price. And if you're negotiating, I would say go ahead and make a persuasion check to see what she's willing to part with this information.
That is not very good. That's an 8. Do I have stuff?
Does he get advantage
You
because
should.
I'm there?
Yeah.
Crossing your
Yes,
arms.
yes, you do get advantage because Mock is
Oh.
with you doing the.
All right, so
arm
that's a
crossing.
10 on the first roll.
Okay.
Thanks, Mock. That's a 7 on the second roll.
So it's a 10.
She is a discerning businesswoman, and obviously she says, information on the Luna is played close to the chest. It's going to cost you.
How much we talking?
Not gold, a favor.
1 PP Dutch.
But as a kinsman, I expect you to hold it to your word.
Let's hear ya request first, lass.
Just a favor to be used when I call for it.
Captain kind of looks over at Mock. He's got a bit more of a discerning eye at being an outsider.
I was gonna say, do you speak Dwarvish?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I guess we could say you guys have been speaking Dwarvish since.
Well, I would personally, even though I'm not involved in the interaction, I would like to believe that they don't know Mock, or
They
the
don't know
lady
Mock's-
doesn't know Mock speaks
Yeah,
Dwarf.
okay.
The captain does, but the other Manistrat does not. It's like when you're like some super white dude and you go to like a really authentic Mexican restaurant and you order in Spanish and everyone just stops and looks at you.
Yo, tango burrito.
I'm fluent in Spanglish. I tell you what, I go to Taco Bell, I can order anything I want to off the menu.
So she makes some comment about like, why'd you bring the stretched out one? She like does a gesture with her.
Stretched out.
I was trying to think. I used to know like epithets for like what dwarves and halflings would call like humans, like
Stretched out.
stretched out
You know
one
what?
or something
I
like
like
that.
I can't call him anything else now.
The stretched out one.
Like, hey, that's a bit rude, lass.
Maybe. So I don't get to express my my racist epithets when I'm in town. I have to be on my best
Like the
behavior.
dwarvish equivalent of calling someone a cracker or something.
Yeah.
I can't be racist in this town.
Right. Yeah.
Good God. It's like, as I'm sure you know, us dwarves don't make it to the top on our own 2 feet. We need someone to stand on top of, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, it looks like you roughed him up before he came here.
He kind of like looks at us and he's like giving him an eyes of like, please don't kill me.
My life is in your hands.
Mark's just stone faced,
Cool.
arms crossed. Because he doesn't understand what she's saying, apparently.
No, you speak
No, you
Dwarvish?
do.
No,
You
no,
speak
you do.
Dwarvish.
Yeah,
But,
she's
but
speaking-
he does not
Oh,
understand.
He's just kind of
Oh,
staring.
in air
he's not playing his hand
so-
yet. Cool. I like it. Patience. That could pay off. So she says, anyway, back to business. Do we have a deal? A favor for information?
So he's gonna stroke his beard a little bit and goes, aye, we have an accord.
She says, well, then the information you need is that the Luna pulls into dock earlier than you expect. In fact, if you're speaking with me now, it is already well on its way and you won't be able to intercept it in time. However, you will be able to intercept it at the docks. So she gives you a time where it... So basically, in order to cover up the shipment, it's going to pull in to dock like right at sunset when like the sun is shining over the water, so it's harder to see the boat. It's going to pull in, unload, go back out, and then come back in with, without the shipment or something like that. It's basically a way to cover up the fact that they're transporting the cargo. So it's a very you're a smuggler. You know this.
Right.
There's a variety of different ways that you can like cover up a shipment being moved. But she doesn't have any other details than that. But she said that it's coming into port to drop off its cargo earlier. It's like illicit cargo first, and then going back out and coming back in for its official dock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that about does it for the captain's primary objective. He then kind of asks her, like, so you mentioned that the sea might be calling your name. What would it take to get you out there?
Oh, to pry me off my rock? I don't think so. I have too much at stake here.
Aye, well, it's rather a shame. Getting ready to come in touch with my own vessel myself. They don't call me the captain for nothing.
She says, so I hear. Of course, I'm on the council, so I've seen you. However, I think, I would offer you employment, but I feel that your skills are much more suited to other means. And I know that the sea calls you as the land calls me. So I feel that with your sea calling and my land calling, we may have a beneficial future ahead of us.
Call me, maybe.
And she reaches her hand across the mountain of paperwork and goes to shake your hand.
I imagine it's some, like, crazy dwarven handshake where you, like, shake and then high five and then, like, do a backflip.
You can only do it if you have very short fingers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's all palms, no fingers.
I think that's about all Captain's got.
Cool.
The information was probably more than what he expected, so they're probably going to hightail it back to the docks after that.
Cool. Daphne, you're up.
So as they're walking back, Mock looks down at the captain and then just kind of ahead as they're walking and says, when are you two squats getting married?
The beard's not long enough for me, lad.
Cut to Daphne.
Daphne, what are you up to?
He's just kind of walking around right now.
Okay.
He was looking for an herbalist kit
Okay.
at this point because he feels like his wisdom and his knowledge of medicine
Okay.
will kind of help. And he's also kind of looking for a potion of healing as well.
Okay.
Hopefully he just randomly stumbles into the Luna, just as, like, because he's so oblivious.
Trying to stumble into the... I'm going to stumble in.
Oh, hey, isn't that the ship we're looking for?
Well, no, because this motherfucker was flying a kite in a goddamn storm. So oblivious to everything, he just wants to walk around and look at the sights.
Yeah, so if you as a character are like, or you as a player trying to randomly wander into the Luna, go and give me an, let's make it a perception check.
God, he's going to do it.
So that's an 18 plus 5.
Oh, damn. So you're looking around and you see a boat that has not docked yet, but it is sailing into Saltmarsh with the sun at its back. So, like, you can't stare at the sun, right? Or you shouldn't stare at the sun, but you briefly look over.
Daphne has the sun staring record.
The 6 on the sun stare.
Sunday. The Sun versus Daphne Keen. Who will win?
Oh, is this the counter arc?
The staring contest. You know, he's the foil to Francis's Moon Crusade.
Oh my god.
Which he
Daphne
doesn't
versus
know
the sun.
he's
Yeah.
on yet.
This is like the astrological war. Like, I love it. Okay, so yeah,
This entire time, Daphne has secretly been Lunala.
yeah.
And
So
Francis is Solgaleo.
yeah. So Daphne, you see that there is a boat further out. Maybe it's got a couple hours before it's docking, but you see that there is a boat out there, and you don't think that there's any boats that are supposed to be scheduled to come in at this time.
Okay. Daphne's gonna sit there and kind of like wave his hands real quick, hoping that he can like help unload and just kind of like play the oblivious.
Okay,
Like,
you just want to
staging.
wait it out.
Yeah, he'll just wait it
Cool.
out and just like act like he's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Well, while you're waiting, because you said a couple
Hours
hours.
later.
Yeah, you said a couple
gonna-
hours.
No,
It's
he's
gonna
just
take
gonna
a
be
little
staring
while.
at the sun.
He's
the entire
staring at the
time.
sun, dude. He's breaking his record.
I was gonna say, you can go shopping in the meantime.
That's true. Anything that's in the book that you wanted to buy, you can,
Oh, then
you can get it.
I'll go to the shop and see if I can pick up a herbalist kit and a potion of healing.
Nice. The potion of healing is, I think, technically a magic item. If it has the price in there, you can find it.
It's 50 GP, and then the herbalist pack was 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Cool.
and we'll jump back to.
He's thinking he's gonna give. He wants actually. Can you find a nice bow to wrap up the potion for?
It's in there. Oh, like a
Just like a bow.
yeah. It comes with it.
Okay, he wants to give it.
Adorable.
It's got 5 leaves. It's a white ribbon with like 5 green leaves on it.
Oh, that's so pretty.
There's a dirty looking gnome outside the store that goes, "Hey, nice bow." As he walks-
He's gonna toss him like 20 silver and be like, "Don't spend it all in one place, shorty." He's gonna
he
punch him in
throws
the
a
dick.
handful of hair at you, loose curly hair.
Dang it.
Wait, no, gnomish pubic hair is straight.
How do you know
It's
this?
like very silky smooth and like straight. All right.
Find that spider
That's for
race.
the Deep Lore podcast. Big Nick and
In this
Francis.
world, that's what they make violin bows out of.
Okay, so
Yes, you're right.
So Francis is currently leading Nick outside the city to the Orphan Well
Right.
site.
Yeah.
While we're walking out there, Francis just briefly explains to Nick in Orcish
Nice.
that this man has contracted me to do some work and some sales. So I guess Francis is still kind of confused about it. He's the one who supplied the fireworks for our show. My plan is to talk to him to see if he can load us up with some supplies for the mission.
And also, as a side note, if we happen to acquire any reagents, offload them for us. Maybe.
So, Francis is more inclined to keep that on the down low more than anything else because he doesn't know what the reagents are, and after his near-death experience, he's a lot more cautious.
Okay.
That's a good plan.
Cool.
Yeah, so-
you walk into the shop. Orphan Well's behind the desk. He's doing an inventory of a new shipment. So he's sorting some of the bottles that have powders in them and stuff. He says, "Oh, Francis, and I'm sorry, I don't remember your name." He looks to you.
Big Nick's silent. He can't talk. I'm staring deeply into the elf's eyes.
Sir, you were not to have been meeting him before. This is to be my acquaintance, Nick. He is to be the one who performed the show a couple days ago.
Oh, I see. I heard about that. Unfortunately, I was busy, but he comes around the counter and reaches out a hand to shake Big Nick's hand.
Big Nick's completely emotionless, says nothing.
No. So Francis walks
Completely like a hard drive, like hard drive's wiped, just stuck.
I am to be apologizing for my friend. He is to be very exhausted from the performance.
Ah, I see. I understand. How is the field research going?
It is to be going well. Your fireworks were to have been performing remarkably. They were one of the highlights of the show next to Nick's phenomenal performance.
I see. I'm very sorry I missed it. I heard a little bit of the music drifting through the streets made its way to me, but unfortunately, running a business is keeps me busy.
What were you to be thinking of the music?
It sounded good from what I could hear.
Eh?
Can I get a perception check from both of you?
Yeah, sure. Ooh.
20.
Yep.
What did you get?
I'm working on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, like a 3 plus something.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Okay. How'd Big Nick do?
Sorry.
The hard drive's still loading.
Yeah.
That's also a 4.
Nice. Yeah. So
Greatest perception
nothing.
ever.
You ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he continues to talk to you. So he says, "What could I do for you?"
So we are to be going on a little mission, probably to be tomorrow morning. I was wondering if you were to be having any additional supplies you were to be wanting to send me with, or to be any requests for me to be performing for you.
It's like, well, have you expended the three experiments I gave you?
I am not to have been using them yet. To be quite frank, my focus was to be on ensuring that the fireworks were going off without a hitch.
I see. I understand. I don't believe that I can issue another set of experiments until you've completed those.
I am to be understanding.
The development of the next set relies on the...
Are you to be able to provide me any information about these experiments before I am to be using them?
that's the nature of the experiment.
I was to be afraid of that.
Yeah.
I am to be supposing that another reason why I'm to be here is to potentially purchase a couple of small explosives, maybe not to be the size of a grenade, but maybe a little bit smaller than that, just for a self-defense situation if we were to be encountering any trouble on our mission.
Well, I could give you something that makes noise and emits a bright light, but this is a fireworks shop. I don't sell weapons.
I am to be understanding. No, that is to be great. That could be to be using for advantage in to be certain
Distractions,
situations.
right?
Yeah, it'll make noise.
Yeah, it's basically a flashbang.
Yeah.
Well,
Bright lights.
Yeah, it won't blind somebody. There is something that can do that. That
but
you'll get that from an alchemist.
Sure.
But if you want to hey, look over there, throw.
Cherry bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Francis is interested.
Sure. You can get like a pack. You can get like a pack of the snappers for $1 gold. You get 50 of them. Or if you want something that lights and is a little more hefty, you get one for $1 gold. You okay?
Sorry, it was like the when you were talking about the cherry bombs, like the ring experiment, ooh.
Yeah.
He is interested in purchasing 5 of the bigger ones.
Yeah. He kind of makes small talk as he's getting the stuff ready for you. So what's the occasion?
We are to be on a mission to be potentially intercepting a ship that is coming in. I am not to have been provided with many details. Our captain is to be the one with that information. Francis is trying to do his best to not give any additional information just for safety's sake.
Yeah. He raises his eyebrows. It's oh, I see. Close to the chest. I understand.
If I am to be honest, I was not to be provided hardly any information for this, so I am just to be going with the captain's orders.
Says, I see. Well, I hope everything's all right, and I hope nobody gets hurt.
Yes. So if the things were to be going south, I will absolutely to be using these items that you have been to be providing me in the past, and I will to be reporting back.
Sure. He seems kind of lost in thought for a second, and he snaps out of it and goes, I see. Yes. Yeah. If that could be done by the end of the week, I would really appreciate that.
Yes. That will to be absolutely happening.
Okay. So he has all your stuff together. So he says, okay, well, good luck. Hope it goes well.
Thank you. Nick, are you interested in any of the stuff in the shop?
Nick's not moving, bud.
All right. So at this point, I'm going to punch Nick in the nads. And
Does absolutely nothing, by the way.
Right.
He is a mage after all. He has very minimal upper body strength.
Minimal.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Hopefully Nick follows.
Okay.
Nick's still lingering. He's stuck.
Plus doesn't really know half-work anatomy.
So Big Nick, after Francis leaves the room, Big Nick finally is able to say words. He looks at Orphan and says, I know you.
He looks at you. You know me.
That's all I got. I know you. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I know your face. And I know that I shouldn't.
He looks a little worried. He says, I don't mean to cause any harm by being here.
Well, Big Nick has no idea what to reply to that, so Big Nick just leaves.
Okay.
No goodbye, nothing. Just walks right out the door.
Damn, the power play.
You think you hear, how peculiar, as you leave. Damn. Can I get one more perception check from Big Nick?
I can use that one.
Yeah, use that one.
It's a badly behaving dice today.
Today it is, yeah. That's even worse. That's an 8.
No, that's exactly tied. 4 again.
Wow!
Nice.
Oh, you have a -3? Oh my god!
Okay, yeah.
Jesus.
So you leave, you're good to go. So you guys are going to meet up in your designated meeting spot.
I even stood up to throw the dice in a different spot.
Yeah. Captain and Mock.
Does Mock have anything in particular we got to do?
If you had another spot or if you wanted to go somewhere, there's still information you can gather.
Let's go to the docks.
Cool.
Because the captain is a captain, and Shmaqua punches things, so it's a perfect combination. for
Perfect
finding
pair.
information.
A sitcom waiting to happen.
clock them on the dock.
That's like Perfect Strangers. Hey,
Yeah.
Dowkey.
I was thinking more it's like the original Avengers, where it's like, Mock, smash.
So you guys meet up with Daffrin. You see him staring into the sun longingly.
How you doing on the sunstead, Daffrin?
My retinas are shot.
Who's there?
Excellent. We're going to need you on the helm here quite shortly.
Oh my god.
Does that mean your dick, sir?
God.
Mark just shakes his head.
No, he does
Slowly.
not say that.
They don't call me hard to port for nothing.
It's just Beavis and Butthead laughing like the whole time between the captain and Daffrin.
Helm. Jesus God.
All right, so you guys are able to exchange your information just fine. You guys do have another action, so if you can gather information at the docks if you'd like.
So the ship's coming in to make port here pretty soon to make the first quote unquote dock.
Right.
So we probably don't have time. We probably need to like just kind of stake out here and wait for it to get there. So
Okay.
if we can get a hold of this cargo, like.
If you want to stop and observe, you guys can all roll perception checks.
Yeah, I'm
to,
thinking like
see
if
what
we
happens.
can secure this cargo, we may not even have to like worry about fucking with getting on the boat and like boarding it. We can just take it here and be done with it.
But we can always steal it.
Right. Because she don't even care where it goes. She just has to make sure it doesn't go public.
Well, I mean, right now, your biggest aid to that is we're still kind of walking back into the city. So
Yeah, that's why we're not telling you.
Can we hide in
blow the
boxes
ship
and
up.
sneak on?
no, the bag of holding.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we're still separated from you guys.
I say you guys would get back about this time. We didn't talk about a meeting time, but it would be assumed you guys would meet back up at some point.
Miraculously stumble into each other.
I say
All
you guys are all welcome to meet up at the docks. You guys still technically have an action. If you want to spend that observing, you can kind of pass that to everybody.
Oh, and I have a really high perception roll.
Oh yeah. Bonus or roll?
8 total.
No.
All right. Well, Captain will go ahead
Number
and
of the night. Yeah.
try to add to that
I guess
perception.
we're all rolling.
Yeah,
Wait.
go for it.
Yeah, do we get
No,
do we
give me
both
another
get
one.
advantage
Give me
since
the-
we're with each other?
Give me the third dice.
I had a good one.
Okay.
I had a
9.
Captain, roll with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
It's because he's short.
Because he's drunk.
So there's a reason.
Oh my God, that's a nat 22. Oh, that's I don't even remember what my first roll was. Shit.
Oh.
We'll call it an 8.
Okay.
so Francis rolled an 18.
Okay.
This is perception, correct?
Yes.
2.
7.
Well, that's better.
I might as well roll 2.
No, it's worse.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Can I also make a gesture over to France and be like, "Hey, France, I got you something."
Oh,
I was like, I was thinking about you on my trip over, so I like.
More pubes.
Got the,
Here you go.
The herbalism.
So like at this point, like he's getting over the fact that he lost his ship or his fishing rod to Francis, so he's kind of like trying to mend the bridges because he was kind of a dick over because he lost a gambling match. So
yeah.
he's
And,
like,
and honestly, Francis completely forgot about it. So which doesn't help
I'm not
anything.
surprised. But so he's like, so I wanted to water into the bridge now. Here's a potion. So you get a healing potion. It gives you 2d4 plus 2 or.
Oh, hold on.
You can't handle my potions.
No. Francis is like, oh, I am to be appreciating this, but I am not to be deserving this.
Well, since you died in the last battle, I thought you could use a little help.
Don't
I
do
mean,
it
you're not
again.
to be wrong.
Daffrin's sneakily the most passive aggressive.
So
Yeah.
he's essentially like the
That's
manager.
You have two kind of priests. You have the one who will kick your ass. Sorry. You have the one who will kick your ass. And you have the one who will,
Crush your feelings.
So
beat you physically and then
is it
beat
just
you
another
emotionally.
potion?
It's potion. Yeah,
Tattoo.
2d4 plus 2 is going to be the
Potion.
healing that you get.
Very nice.
of healing.
Daffrin's the
2d4
kind
plus
of guy
2.
that'd be dating someone who's like, don't tell him I'm your boyfriend.
Captain, before I tell them what they see, you feel like almost drained, and in a specific way that you almost feel like you have light sensitivity now. Like as a dwarf, you've been underground and you've come up, into the sunlight to see, the sun gets in your eyes. It's that feeling like that. You feel your eyes dilate, and it hurts to look into the sun, which makes it more difficult to try to see what you're trying to see.
Huh.
You feel that you can trace it back to your luck stone.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, that said, Daffrin and Francis, you both see, you're able to kind of like shield your eyes enough to see the boat full sail. It's moving kind of with the sun as it's going down, kind of diagonally, to stay
Concealed.
kind of hidden, in daylight. But at a point, you see the rigging goes up, the sails are closed, they stop completely, and it looks like maybe they've dropped anchor as well. So they've completely stopped their course. They've stopped their trajectory completely.
So since Francis and Daphne are the only ones that passed that reception check and noticed that, Big Nick pipes up and says, "What do your elf eyes see?" I'm sorry, I was waiting for that whole
It's
sentence.
only half true. Oh wait, no, you're a full elf.
I'm a full
Yeah,
elf.
you're a full elf. Okay.
Oh damn! The owls actually saw it.
Yeah.
To tell them they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
To Isengard?
You guys did pretty well. They have, like, when I say change their trajectory, like, this doesn't seem to have been part of the original plan. So it looks like something has changed.
So I guess we relay this information to the captain.
So
They're behaving erratically.
Look at those maneuvers.
So we've got a couple of different options here. We kind of have to think fast. Do we want to board this ship now and try to like stow away to kind of take it from the inside, or do we want to wait and maybe like
Well, it's
pursue
still
it at a
out to
distance?
sea.
How far away can we estimate that the ship is?
The ship is
14 leagues.
like 300 yards out from the docks.
Yeah, so that's not far at all.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Do we have to roll step that, by the way?
Yes.
Stop.
On the water. Go for it. I won't stop you.
I mean, Big Nick doesn't like boats. He didn't say he doesn't like water. Just go.
I love water. Hate boats. Hate them. Yeah.
You on them land boats, you always want. It's like wrecking boat but with wheels.
Go to land boat, Captain. Strap no boats to my feet, Captain.
Put it on the rope. Wheels on the boat go, holy shit. It's holy shit because there's a hole in the shit. Hole in the shit it should be, Captain. It's called a holy boat. Holy shit. Take a shit in the hole, call it holy shit. Rolly shit, because you got wheels too. It's a roly holy shit. We don't get no toes, we don't need no roads. I'll weigh that up.
Oh my God.
My roly boat got 3 wheels, Captain.
Not 4 wheels, one.
Oh my God.
God fucking damn it.
We got to record this podcast earlier in the day.
I'm sweaty. The fucking
That was phenomenal.
many callbacks.
That's why you have to listen to all the
There-
episodes, people.
There were so many callbacks on that one. My cell phone bill went up for the month.
Dang.
Long distance callbacks.
It's too smart.
International callbacks.
A joke is too smart for this podcast, bro.
It's true.
Oh my god.
We gotta
did the
stop
phone
doing
bill
these
go up?
podcasts naked, guys.
My stomach hurts now.
Let's
Do I
take
have to
a
put my pants on?
Wait,
I think now would be a good time to take a quick break.
we wore
Yes.
pants? I told you guys to show up with no pants on in the first place.
Well, that's why I'm asking if I have to put them on. I mean, it's cold outside. No, I'll leave them off.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Balling today.
So I heard we're breaking.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, break.
So I guess I could tell the story of fucking Jack. Yeah, so Jack is the manlet of our group who went to MagFest, and every time he fucking sees me for the first time, for some reason, the first thing he says is, "Hey, dude, let me get a fucking fat rip of your vape." and it's like, okay. So I hand it over to him, and every time he goes. Like, every single fucking time. I'm like, Jack. let me rip that flat cloud.
Flat cloud? Fat cloud.
Fat
You know what I
cloud.
meant.
Flat.
That's a new DLC in Pokemon. Is Flat
Flat cloud.
Flat cloud.
That's a new Pokemon called Flat Cloud.
Not to be confused with Fat Cloud, which is a new beer from New Belgium.
Shut the fuck.
It's an alternate skin for Cloud in Smash.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like the
just
Drake.
Cloud wearing the
It's like
the
Thor
fat armor from fucking Dark
Spoiler
Souls.
alert.
Or like Drake in Uncharted, the donut Drake.
Donut Drake.
Do you guys ever seen that? Nope. There's like an alternate skin where it just makes the main character of Uncharted like really fat.
Yeah, he's like 350
It
pounds.
moves in slow mo. Like, does he move in slow motion?
He kind of like waddles a bit more.
Yeah, like they changed the animations completely. Like, when he
it's
hangs
so
on to stuff, he's like,
That's beautiful. Oh, it's so
it's really
good.
good. It's Is that in the first one or was that in like?
That
He
was
looks like
in Uncharted
Matt
2.
Parkman from Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've never seen Heroes.
so yeah, me neither. I heard it was
he's
good.
Been in a lot of stuff.
Anyway, let's get to problem solving.
Solve this fucking
So,
problem.
Problem
The
solving
boat.
with creative math.
Yeah. It seems you seem to have come to a stalemate. You wait a good amount of time. The sun goes down. You can still sort of see the boat out there reflected across the water.
Does it look like there's any movement around the boat, like a raft or anything?
No lights, nothing.
No cameras, no action.
no
correct.
music.
We can solve that problem.
So
Big Nick says, "You know what I don't
Maybe.
hear? I don't hear music. Let's go fix that."
So what do you want to do?
No.
All right, so you've got a. You said it's like getting close to sunset now.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say you have like a couple minutes before sundown.
All right, so IRL Big Nick will cut in
Mhm.
and be like, "We got this boat. Let's go get these screwballs.
Okay.
Just jump in our
Yeah.
boat from the."
Your boat's small enough and it's dark enough you may be able to
The
avoid
dinghy.
detection.
I was going to say, I am to be suggesting that if the sun is not to be down all the way, that we wait until it goes down completely.
We can set sail while the sun's still up. We got to be smart about it. Pretend like we're not pointing directly at them.
Got to sail casually.
All right, play it cool, boys.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah. So yeah, who's piloting?
Oh,
That would
I
be
mean,
our.
obviously
is that a
the
question?
That would be our sun-blind friend Daffrin here.
All right, my man.
He's
Give me
Daffrin's
a water
navigating.
vehicles check.
Water vehicles check. Do I need to go to the DMV for that?
Yes, they went out. We're in water.
No,
vehicles.
That's
It is
the- that's
a
the BMV.
technically a tool proficiency check.
Oh,
Yeah.
or would that be the DBV?
Well, if anyone's proficient in being a tool, it's him.
Damn.
Ooh. So if you don't have it, it is a dexterity check.
okay. Thank you. That sucks, but let's see. How does a 9 feel to everybody?
It's your first time
Like a
piloting
rough
this boat.
ride.
Yeah, you're hitting every wave in the wrong spots. It's everybody's getting like jostled around, and unfortunately, despite your planned effort to not go straight for it, it's kind of hard. It's a smaller boat, so you do like kind of cut a semicircle around it, but it's pretty obvious to anybody who is looking at you that's the case.
Francis is very much so questioning why the captain wasn't piloting.
Captains don't necessarily pilot the pilot boats.
That's true. That is true.
Mock can navigate water vehicles.
Well,
yeah.
why did you step up,
Why didn't you say
guy?
before we got there and pull a
Someone just
semi-screw
put the
around
blind
fucking
guy
boat?
in charge.
Yeah.
Listen, the captain sees Daffrin as an investment.
Yeah. there you
All
go.
right, this is some nostalgic shit for the captain.
Well, Mock, now you have something to train your boy on.
It's all right, little port. We all have to start somewhere.
There you go. So you're about 100 feet away from the boat. There's no lights on it, and it's dark now. But you hear the creaking of the wood and the movement of the waves kind of slapping lazily against the sides of the larger boat. It's not huge. It's a merchant ship. It's long. It's like 50 feet long, maybe 10 feet wide, and a single mast.
I was gonna say, what doesn't one of us have like one of those eyepieces that they can like those little scopes, the navigator scopes, so we can just try to get a view of any movement on top of the boat.
Yeah. So the
Big Nick has some porn.
he does.
He just rolls it up like a periscope.
Give us a perception check.
That's on the hind end, on the stern of the boat is painted SS Luna Prime Water Fleet.
More prime water shit.
All right. Well, pitter patter. Let's get at it.
All right.
Get on board.
Yeah, you're passively perceiving like as you go up. How do you want to board the ship?
Big Nick's gonna punch a hole straight in the We're just gonna punch holes to climb.
Yeah, you want to try to punch?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because I know that my luck with the dice, I will die doing that.
If I were to have a suggestion, why don't we try to vault some of the lighter members up to the?
So I'm gonna throw.
So Big Nick, you're gonna throw me.
No,
Just kidding.
So Daffrin, he got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Big Nick, just throw Daffrin like a football.
Can I swim around to the other side and go up the other side?
Actually, Daffrin could swim because I have 30 feet of a.
You got that Marion.
I'm a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
sea elf.
You're really good at
Oh,
swimming.
yeah.
So I can swim in water, and we can do like a little pincer thing.
I say you have your mariner's armor, right? Did you take that? Who took
No,
that?
he has that.
you have
Daffron,
the
Daffron
American.
has it, and it actually does nothing extra for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it looks cool. You look like a really hella cool Aquaman.
Looks like the Zelda armor.
Yeah,
from
the Zora armor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
It's very thematic. I like it.
So can I cast a cantrip on myself?
Which one? Yeah,
Guidance. So
Yeah.
I get a D4 to an ability check.
you absolutely
Ooh.
can.
Nice.
Cool.
So,
So I'm gonna. I guess before I jump and swim to whichever side. Which side of the boat are we?
you guys are on the port side, and you'll be swimming around to the starboard side.
Okay. So I guess I should ask, like, Captain, what do you want me to do when I get over there?
So the captain is going to kind of look around the ship and kind of see if he can just pinpoint all the points of entry. It's a merchant vessel, so it's probably not heavily armed, but he's looking to see if there's any other sort of like chutes or emergency like.
So you're a
how-
smuggler. You have a basis of knowledge that, like, hey, when you're sneaking on a boat, normally there's like one person on each side with a lantern that's like scouting to make sure nobody is like crawling over. You don't see anybody.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's
Question.
peculiar.
Also, how tall is the side of the ship? Like, how far up do we have to get?
So you're not sure how far the draft, how far below, but it's 10 to 15 feet above, and then there's a banister way up there.
Okay, so that's not as tall as I was thinking. So my original plan was actually to tie a rope to an arrow and shoot it and try to, but I don't think we're
You
going to
could
have to
probably
do
throw something pretty
that.
easily.
Right.
All right.
Um,
so what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Big Nick?
Well, so Daffron, so I have an interesting plan. So I do need a little bit more information. Can I see any, like, are there like giant crates and stuff on the deck?
Not from your perspective.
From what we could,
So
but
the
what
boat
we could
basically
see
looks
pulling
abandoned.
in. It kind of looks abandoned right now, or
It looks, it's pretty. You don't see anything.
okay, I didn't see anyone. Never mind. So my original plan doesn't matter because it wouldn't work. If Daffron's going in from the other side, I say just throw a rope up and pull ourselves
Give me a
up.
perception check while you're swimming.
A 13.
13. Okay. You're swimming. You don't see it. You're looking on the boat. You don't see anything of note happening. It looks the same as the other side. No lookout, no lanterns, no lights, no crates that you can see from where you are.
All right. So my idea is break up into teams. He's on the one side. We're still on the boat. It says about 50 feet long. Don't see anyone up there. So my plan is to throw a rope here, let two people off, let them get up there. Other people scoot down, go up farther down the other side of the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
I should go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Nick.
Real quick, is there any chance I could also look under the water to see if they dropped any cargo below the ship?
I am glad you asked, because you look down and you see the entire crew is waiting under the boat, spears raised, and just waiting breathlessly. A couple bubbles rise from their mouths.
Oh.
At this point, can I
Shoot
take
yourself.
an action?
To GTFO.
Piss yourself.
Your previous you did the right thing. Your previous perception was to see if you spotted them while you're swimming around, doing like the breaststroke, just like when you turned your head. So they're waiting. So they technically have a ready to action, but go ahead and tell me what you want to do.
Okay, I want to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We'll get there.
Okay.
They let's see.
That's that song
speak
by
Aquan,
AC/DC,
right?
right?
yeah.
Thought so.
You speak Aquan?
Let me check. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
I think it's your.
I speak with fish. Is that?
They're not fish, but
Or I
Are
can.
they crab people?
gray people. No,
I can
Sorry,
speak with. I can
something.
speak with
Swordberg.
swimming beasts.
they're beasts. What are your languages? They
My
should be further down.
languages are not trident. I do speak Aquan. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. One of them calls out in Aquan, "Stand down, criminal."
He's gonna stop for a second and be like, because he's gonna be kind of like taken aback. For it's like, what do you mean?
Trying to steal our cargo, aren't you?
I'm not trying to steal anything. I'm just trying to see what's on the boat. I meant to unload the boat or help unload.
We didn't dock for a specific reason. We got word that you were coming. Criminal scum.
Who's we?
What?
He said we got word.
We got word. Yeah.
The crew.
Look around you.
The whole crew.
He just confused them. So bad.
The one speaking to you, you presume to be the captain or the first mate. Around them, there's about 7 to 10 other humans, but they have gills on the sides of their neck. State your business here, other than to obviously rob us.
I'm not trying to rob anything. I was trying to scout out why you folk are here, and why you're trying to hide under the boat.
Yeah, we'll pause right here. We'll go back to the rest of the crew who's trying to get on the boat. What do you guys want to do? So you guys are trying to like get onto the boat, right?
Can I shake a giant deuce in the water?
Yeah. So if you guys can climb up, no one's going to stop you. Obviously, player knowledge, we know they're under the.
Right.
So you guys like get up on the.
Are we split up into teams like Big Nick said, or do we all just go up together?
Well, it doesn't matter
So
at this point.
you guys like meet up on the deck and like there's nothing.
Oh, I guess that's
No,
true.
I would say
Nothing
that, because Nick and I think we went up in the front, and then you two probably went up in the back on
So-
the one side.
I'll give you this. You guys like kind of convene. You don't see anything. There's the cargo hold like down below. There's the like lattice. You can see it's open, and you can see down in, and there's a bunch of empty crates. With some like straw packing.
Do we even notice that?
Yeah, Daffrin
Daffrin's
hasn't
not
come
here.
up. Yeah, so Daffrin hasn't come up.
I'm gonna run to the other side and look for him.
Yeah. Did you like swim down much, or are you still kind of like floating just a couple feet
The idea
below?
was when I jumped off the boat, or when I jumped off our boat, I wanted to swim to see if like the treasure went under initially.
Okay.
To see if they dropped it, because that's why they would stop.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe you see some bubbles. I don't know. From you guys talking, but yeah, Daffrin's nowhere to be seen.
Mock calls out to the rest of the guys. Daffrin's missing.
All right, so I imagine we're all just kind of scrambling up to the deck and kind of like taking different positions, just looking down to see.
Yeah. We get like a "Where's Daffrin?" and then we cut back to Daffrin negotiating. Captain's like, "Turn around, you might leave with your life. We're transporting this legally. If you want to take it up with the town guard, go on with it. But if you try to seize this, you'll be a criminal. We'll turn you in."
Daffrin is kind of like shaking in his little boots right now. He doesn't take confrontation very well.
Yeah.
So something's going to snap in his head,
Okay.
and he's. I assume we're like under the water.
Yeah.
Can I make an argument for something? And if you think it's bullshit, then like go for it. But
Yeah, I'm listening.
so I have an attack called Shatter,
Yeah.
which a strong resonant sound, painfully intense, and I can point it on in a 10-foot radius centered on a point.
Yeah.
But since it's underwater,
And since it's underwater, and sound travels that much faster underwater and that much more intensely.
So let me
I was
check it out.
gonna say, and while you work that out,
They're probably they're not all crammed in a 10-foot radius, but
I was gonna say, do you want to make an argument to modify since it's underwater?
That's what I was gonna.
Yeah, 10-foot radius would be a lot greater.
Yeah, it'd be probably
underwater.
like a 50-foot radius underwater.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So, you're negotiating. It doesn't look like you're trying to make moves on them, but all of a sudden you just cast this spell.
I was about to say,
Well,
'cause
I was
I'm
gonna say,
I'm
but-
slightly unhinged.
Yeah, I was gonna say, before he casts a spell.
Well, you're not there. So
No, because we're still on the top of the boat. We're trying to figure
you'll
out.
notice now. So
Okay.
you cast the spell.
I am. I'm going to use my my D4 guidance as well for
Yeah.
this attack.
Okay. So you just cast it, and they have to make saves.
Yeah.
So this is called shatter. So I
Oh,
assume that
just
it
kidding.
has a sound. Would you care to inform us what this sounds like?
Does the boat
you've
shatter
seen-
as well?
I was gonna say you've seen like depth charges in movies where it's like you see like an air bubble like super cavitates and then just the boat does shake, and so you guys feel something. A couple of the crew members are dead instantly. The cargo, the bottles that they had taken out to hide underneath, all shatter. You see a purple iridescent glittery liquid start to leak out.
Oops.
And the whoever was speaking to you say over the like tinnitus ringing in your own ear, you're, what have you done? What have you done? You don't understand what you've just done. He's going to charge you. So What are you guys doing now that you
Okay,
hear
so now that this has occurred, Francis is looking over the boat, and he wants to use a cantrip called Dancing Lights,
'Kay.
just to illuminate the area on the other side of the boat. So he can
read the description of dancing lights because I don't think that's
You can create up to 4 torch-sized lights within a range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that appear in the air for a duration of 120 feet. So basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to line the side of the boat with light so we can see into the water.
Yeah, each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. So yeah, you can light up you can throw it into the water.
And being dim light, I can see.
Right, you'll
I
be
think
able to
we all
see.
can, except
You'll be
for
able to
Mock.
see Daffrin, and you're going to see him get charged.
Okay.
The really pissed one, the captain is going to like rush at Daffrin and miss with the first. He has a harpoon. He swings, misses with the first attack, and then comes down and slices you.
He does he?
He does.
All right.
And you take 7 damage slashing.
I will take that damage, but as a reaction, I will also give him 2d8 worth of lightning damage in the water.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go and roll your 2d8.
God damn.
Should it be 3d8 because it's underwater?
Fucking cry, that was a 4.
Okay.
4 damage.
We are again underwater. Lightning.
It doesn't. Sadly,
I mean,
there's
rules,
not like a.
but, you know.
Yeah. But he does obviously like when he makes contact with your armor, you see the arcs travel down and zap him as punishment. And so now you see like everybody can see this underwater kerfuffle going on. So you that was your reaction.
Yep.
What else is happening?
Mock dives in.
Can we fight underwater?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Francis is gonna try to take a ranged approach from on top of the boat.
Okay, you already cast your spell.
Yes, I
so
did.
we'll get everybody else. Nick, what are you doing?
I mean, well, we didn't roll initiative, but
Nah, don't worry
No,
about
it's
it.
fine.
It's a little.
Haphazard.
are there any? Is there any like specific disadvantages for being underwater, or does it just function like normal land combat
If
for the
you're-
most part?
Don't worry about it for now. Yeah, it's
I mean, I assume that.
basically think of it as.
I
like,
assume he can't be casting any fire bolts or anything.
Yeah, fire. Well, I mean, you actually can. Like the magic, like it creates bubbles as the fire passes. It's a little more obvious, probably for fire spells. Ice
We'll read
spells.
between the lines.
Yeah, it's magic. I don't gotta explain shit.
Fair. All right.
Dungeons and Dragons, bro.
Dungeon.
But whatever you want to do, you
Live your
tell
best
me,
life.
and then we'll determine what to roll. Captain, do you have a?
How many people do I see?
You see one. You see Daffrin, and you see the guy fighting Daffrin.
So we don't see any of the other crew.
Correct. And now that there's a bunch of bubbles from the super cavitation, it's really hard to see anybody in there.
So Mock jumped in, right?
Mock dived in.
Yes,
What Nick's diving into.
Sword down.
straight
Yeah.
at this.
I love
whatever.
that. We're gonna resolve that in just a sec.
So Captain intellectually knows that staying on the boat is the smart idea because he has a fucking whole ranged arsenal.
Yeah.
But he's got a scoreboard he's been keeping track of since
Yeah.
day one, and him and Mock are tied for a number of baddies dropped.
Ooh.
And Captain can't let Mock take the lead on this one. Like
You guys both dive in sword first.
like we're 4-4.
Yeah.
And Captain's like he can't have this shit.
Okay.
He's also low key really worried about Port.
Okay.
He loves the kid. He's
So-
got such high hopes for him, and also the weirdness with his dad.
Yeah.
So that may or may not be tugging at his conscience. So yeah, Captain's diving in.
Cool. I love that.
Can Mountain Dwarf swim? I just imagine him diving in and sinking like a rock directly to the bottom. It's like a chimpanzee in the water.
Yeah. All right. What's Big Nick up to?
I pulled out both swords. I'm diving right in.
I love it. Yeah, so we have this sweet trifecta of drop troopers diving sword first.
ODST. And then
I will actually have you
tidal
guys roll
wave.
initiative to see who hits first.
All right.
Ah, there we go.
Guys, I'm sorry, everything went to shit. They called my bluff. I just had to scream.
11. Fuck.
All right. Captain rolled an 8.
Yes.
For fuck's sake. 3.
I win.
Nice.
Damn.
Captain has to begrudgingly give Mock a point for that one.
Captain got 8,
Captain got 8.
and then
Cuban
Nick
got 6.
All right, Mock. Go ahead and roll your 2 hit.
Nick got a 3 because he pulled out his swords, tried to dive in, but tripped and fell backwards into the water.
I imagine a big ass backflop.
So we're gonna. It's pretty bad. We're gonna expend something here.
You gonna use that channel divinity?
Yeah,
for that
for the bonus. Well, is that it?
Yeah, it gives
I
you a
get
plus 10 to your hit roll.
Jesus.
I also get a bonus action too.
Yeah, you'll get a bonus action attack. So
Okay, so we'll go ahead and use channel divinity for the hell of it.
sweet. So that's looks like you rolled a 5.
15.
15.
Oh wait, hold on. It's more than that.
I was gonna say plus your
Yep.
regular to hit. You will hit with that. Go ahead and roll your damage for the first attack. Actually, hold off on that. Go ahead and roll your bonus attack action or bonus action attack, and then you'll just roll all your damage together if you hit with both.
Okay, I got to spin for that. Uh, 15. What's to hit?
Yeah, if you rolled a 15, you're good.
So 18.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll both attacks damages. This is with your Quicksilver broadsword.
Yes.
Nice.
It's the same, like just 1d8 plus whatever.
Whatever you want it to be.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice. Yeah, you do 9 damage. Cool.
I assume it's just against the one guy attacking.
Yeah, so you plunge your sword kind of into his shoulder, and he winces in pain. Captain, you're up.
All right. Captain sees the wounded guy. He's got. He's
Smells
going,
blood in the water.
quite literally. He's gonna come in and work against buoyancy and just try to get the rapier business side.
I love it. Yeah, and if you hit, you get your sneak attack, don't you?
Yeah. That's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope.
9. Okay, no.
No.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. So Mog like stabs into his shoulder, and the captain just like a torpedo. Just straight towards the bottom.
Swims like a
Nah,
chip.
we'll save that. All right. We'll take the L on that.
Unless you want to use the luck stone.
I thought about it, but
You haven't used it today.
We have not. We're gonna save it.
Okay. Nick.
So I just see wounded guy, right? Okay. I don't see anyone else.
Correct.
Okay.
You
Sorry.
want to do your 2 attacks?
No,
He brought up his Pornhub.
no. The dice app. Apparently, this dice app allows you to store your favorite rolls.
What the hell does that mean?
20.
I don't know.
man.
Just the number,
20.
just
My
number 12,
strategic
like,
one,
eight
guys.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah, let's just go at them. Both
All right.
swords blazing.
Go and roll your d20 twice for your attacks, or for both attacks, and then
First one was a 1.
okay.
Damn. Oh my God.
Wait, sorry. Just kidding. The first one was actually a 5, and the second one is a 12.
Okay.
That kills him
sadly,
immediately.
you do your like sick tornado move, but you're underwater, so it's really slow. Sadly, but you have like scimitars, right? So they're like large
a
flat
scimitar
blades.
and a,
So
a short sword.
you kind of like hydrofoil yourself around, so you're like spinning, prepping yourself up for your next
It's
attack.
like showing your friend you can do a backflip underwater, but it's like
You
really
just hear
slow.
do 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 do.
So, Daffrin, you see this because you're closest, and Mock, you also see this. The blood in the water, you see the shipmate's eyes blink and go black, and a third eyelid closes over them. And you see his body start to shift and change and morph into a more fish-like, shark-like creature. This is a were-shark. He moves to bite Daffrin and then moves to bite Mock. He does connect with Mock. And he does 6 piercing damage. And then can I have an athletics check, please?
And we should also make Daffin roll a d20 to see if whether or not he was the tanner.
That's good.
I was the tanner. It's always the tanner.
Big Nick secretly been working for this crew the whole time.
14.
14. Oh, yeah, you beat it. So when he bites you, he's a shark. He's like grabbing with his teeth and trying to pull you away. He does not, however, but he does start to he starts to move thinking he's going to pull you. So you both, actually all 4 of you get opportunity attacks. So you go ahead and make 1 attack roll.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
So, what's so special about this sword that I have?
if you recall, for 1d4 rounds, it can take the form of any like melee weapon that you choose, one or two-handed melee weapon.
Captain got an 18 on the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go and roll your
I
damage.
got a 13.
Did not hit. Sadly.
Can I?
Oh, no, it does now that he's a shark. Go and roll your damage.
Okay.
16.
16, that's gonna hit.
Big Nick's got 18.
18, that's gonna hit.
Damn.
So everybody roll your damage.
And we got sneak attack on that, right?
4.
You do have sneak attack. 4
Yep.
to hit.
No damage.
Oh, for damage. Gotcha.
I believe that's.
I got 4 over here. Big Nick, you got what for damage?
a D6.
Yes. No,
You got
no,
one.
that's a regular one.
One damage.
Sorry. It's the plight of the...
Don't worry. My
And-
next attack is going to fuck this captain up.
My next attack, Jesse Owens.
All right.
D6 for sneak, right? Or the
You
same
get
as your
2d6
weapon?
You get
for
2d6
sneak
since
now.
you're level 3.
Right, and 2d6. Oh,
Yeah.
but and also I get sneak
Here.
on top of.
Just roll the
Because
dice.
you're all around. You're all around.
Okay, so my regular attack gets a 3 damage.
Okay, just roll them all together.
Okay,
No,
and then
no.
I only have 2d6, and then my 2d6 for sneak. That is a total of 12.
12 plus 3.
Captain also
max
got
15.
12 damage.
12. Oh my god.
Damn. This guy is fucking dead.
We should just straight up mail him to China right now because he is shark fin soup.
Stop.
5.
We might want to cut
All right.
that.
What, shark fin soup?
No, we should keep that in America.
I think that's fine. We ain't LeBron James. We're not going to bow to... Anyway.
All right.
Fuck China.
We're taking the South Park route.
Fuck Blizzard.
Fuck Wizard.
So yeah,
Fuck cats.
in this whirlwind of blood and cutting and flesh floating away in the water, you guys have successfully chummed the water and the only thing that remains, like sort of drifting past, is the chunked, blended corpse of the wereshark as it kind of floats away and then sinks to the bottom.
Mock's gonna teabag the wereshark.
Yeah, little sea creatures, little crabs start to like pick at the corpse already.
people.
The bubbles sort of disappear, and you see a bunch of shattered bottles, but no sign of the crew except for the 2 bodies that were killed in the initial explosion. This purple iridescent liquid kind of drifts past your eyes. And can I have a Constitution save from everybody?
Including the people that
Is that you? Yeah, you're fine. You do see this beautiful, like, glittering substance all around the boat.
What's the save?
Can I have a perception check from
yeah.
Francis?
Is it D20 plus your?
That is a 17.
19.
D20
You
plus
hear the
your
rush
save.
of water coming from below decks.
Oh.
What was your...
19.
You're good.
9.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
So, funny story.
3.
You want to luckstone it?
Well, Captain rolled a 10. He
Okay.
didn't like that roll, so he luck stoned it.
Okay.
That got him a 6.
Okay. So, well, that means you get a 10 because it gives you advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still fucked.
It still sucks, yeah. So, you got a 9? Okay, so you two, you start to feel your consciousness kind of slip, but the 2 of you see that, which is good, man. 2 and 2. You feel like some kind of substance is like making it extremely hard to like move. Something is like attacking your central nervous system.
I'm gonna save myself.
Okay.
No. Grab the captain and yell at Daffrin to grab. Maybe no. We'll tell Daffrin to grab the captain, and I'll grab the giant floating rock.
I see what's going on down there, right?
Obviously, you see this like liquid. You see some movement. You have your lights down there. You see.
But you also heard rushing water sounds from below decks,
Yeah.
which
so,
implies the ship is sinking.
yes, I'm aware.
You guys are below the ship.
However, if I notice that 2 of the members of our party are losing consciousness in the water.
These 2 are looking like they're moving towards.
No, but
Well,
if we
if we pass
completely
out-
concerned
size
about
up,
Nick here.
If we pass out, we still can get hit by the whole ship.
Yeah,
Sinking.
so my plan, and it's not a great plan, was to actually just throw a rope overboard and tie it to the side of the deck
Yeah.
to at least pull you guys out of the water.
You can do that. People who are carrying the other party members make athletics checks for swimming.
Okay.
You with advantage because of your armor.
And also race.
I got
Yeah, I was gonna say,
17.
it's double. Yeah, you're good. You're able to pull. You're pulling the captain, aren't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Did you crit?
No, I got
No,
I got Big Nick.
No,
He's
I
the
think
rock.
You said with advantage, right?
But he's a sea elf.
Was that close?
Ooh, I dropped a 1 to take an 18.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. So So I mean, if a sea elf couldn't swim, that'd be pretty embarrassing. Anyway, so yeah, you grab. You guys grab the both of them, and with the help of Francis's rope, you guys are able to like scale. But soon you hear the rush of water becomes a torrent, and then you see water coming up through the grate.
So I yell for everybody to move and get on our boat.
Yeah, you
agree.
guys all rush to the port side, do a sweet like action hero jump into the other boat.
That slow motion.
Yeah,
And I click my heels.
You hear like a crack of the bottom of the boat hitting the bottom of the
The bottom of the
sea
sea.
bottom. Yeah, and the mast is left sticking up out of the water, and an eerie calm kind of settles over the water.
Are we unpassed out now?
I would say you're conscious, but you feel extremely sick.
Can we still see all the
you're like one of
iridescent
those-
stuff
you're one of
around the...
Yeah, it's
dinghy?
leaking out actively.
Mog
This is
makes
why I
a
hate boats.
suggestion to Francis to taste it.
So
Francis actually has a better idea.
he's gonna inject it anally.
He's gonna soak it up. He's gonna soak it up with some moss.
I do have a sack of pubic hair.
Is there?
All right, we found our clip for the beginning.
No. Francis's real idea is as we start sailing away, he's going to cast fireball on the liquid and see if anything.
Well,
happens.
hold on.
We're on a boat.
Before we
As we're
start sailing away. Right.
Come
So we're a mobile fireball.
Okay, but he is going to soak the pubic hair in the purple liquid.
Does anyone
Okay.
have any spare empty containers? Because I would suggest that we might want to bottle some up, seawater and all, to take to one of our resident nerds back in Saltmarsh. Does anyone want to gather that? Big Nick can't really move because he's like leaning over the edge of the boat.
but I have
trying
a-
to throw
I do
it.
have an empty water skin.
Hold on.
Oh,
I have
Can
a
I-
belt pouch I can
I have an empty water
soak
skin.
it with.
If you want to like fill it, you'll be able to get like a mix of seawater and whatever this substance
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I'm going to give that to Nick.
Yeah, you can do that.
At that point, is there any chance, since with my herbalist kit, is there any chance I can like try to figure something out to
Yes.
help these two out while they're getting the
Yeah, make
water?
a
Please say it's
medicine check.
Thank God. I'm going to. use,
that's not an often rolled skill, but
I'm
I'm
gonna
really
use my D4 as well. With
Yeah,
my,
you got your guidance.
Yeah, I got my guidance.
I'm going to ask real quick. What do you want me to specify the liquid as?
mysterious liquid and seawater.
oh, it's going in my
And
inventory.
pubes.
Simmons.
No, I'm soaking the
pubic hair.
pubes.
Just call it mysterious liquid for now until we find out more.
So can
So
we
I'm-
perceive what this is?
That is a That's a 23.
Damn.
So you're working on them to try to help them out, and yeah, you're able to basically use some like charcoal, some like alkali, sort of like a standard poisoning. This isn't a poison exposure. Their bodies aren't being attacked like as a function of the chemical. The chemical is meant for something else, and you've seen this. You're a cleric. You've had to help people afflicted by things like this. It's a more generic chemical exposure. This is something in lines with you've seen it when like miners are exposed to an underground aquifer that is close to a
like a gas pocket.
mana line or ley line. That's the word.
Oh, okay.
So this is a distillate of it's called Aqua Vitae.
Fancy
you wanted,
The
Swedish
water of life.
Yes.
Yeah, so they call it that. Obviously, it's not because it'll fucking kill you. So somebody has harvested a bunch, has distilled it, and then being exposed to it can really hurt you. Obviously, it only took a matter of seconds when diluted with seawater. So whoever would be importing this in clearly doesn't have the greatest of, I don't know, morals or something. Whatever. So that said, what's your plan? You're able to neutralize the effects of it with the 23.
Okay,
So
I
they're
really
good.
just wanted to stabilize them, and at that point, because Daffron's still shaking up.
Yeah.
At that point, like he was like kind of running off adrenaline at that point, so he's just like he had to like take a deep breath so we could help them out. But now he's just like trying to recover from his mental anguish because he was about to. I mean, he fucking screamed like a banshee underwater.
I think we should sail off into the sunset back to Saltmarsh.
Yeah, and under the moonlight.
Agreed.
The moonset.
Yeah, and so we're coming close to our to the end of our time tonight. But I want to end with a sort of a perspective shift. Instead of looking at our heroes, we look to a few of the crew members who got away. In their hands, a paltry few of the bottles that were ordered, delivered to the back door of a shop in Saltmarsh. The purveyor of the shop takes the bottles and looks up into the moonlight and says, "Soon, I will have my vengeance."
And from the moon, we hear a slight.
No! Fuck you! I was trying to have a moment. We're done here.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Somewhere.
Good night. Fuck you.
All right. Tune in next week for another Gladiator and Whitney Houston reference. Okay. All right. We're done.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching.